Javier Silva, Trailer Elementary, home of the Tigers, running back, kicker, long snap, D-end, receiver, coach, water boy.
Mario Silva, the Metro State University, home of the Roadrunners, best athlete in the family.
Alex Dominguez, linebacker, Powerhouse University. Let's go, mother.
Haywood Jablumi, Cleveland University for the blind, safety.
Coach Tiny, master of the trick plays. Doesn't matter. You see our quarterback is?
Daniel Moon, quarterback, Louisiana State.
Connor Smith, kicker, CU Boulder. Let's go Buffs.
Chicas Man, Denver School of Massage Therapy, Connor Smith, special masseuse. Yeah.
Mario Barrio, Villa Park. I can play any position with these golden hands.
Chubby Cox, Cuckermouth State, receiver and giver. What up? I'm Chicas Man. I'm here yet again with my co-host, Alex. What up?
What up, guys? Welcome to Only Talks. Today we have two guests here with us.
Yeah.
They are family members, and they are die-hard Bronco fans. Broncos country. Say that again, Russell Wilson.
Broncos country, let's ride.
All right. Introduce yourselves, guys. We'll start over here to my left. Look into the camera.
I'm the oldest cousin. Everybody calls me Javi.
There you go, Javi. Yep. Another guest over here.
I'm Mario.
All right.
I don't know where I fall in age because there's a lot of us.
10 of you guys. But in reality, so it's another week, another exciting, weekend that's about to hit. And why? Playoff weekend, baby. Unfortunately, none of our teams fucking made it, so it sucks.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
So we're just going to talk shit instead.
We got a Raider fan over there in the corner. Myron, say
Thank
hi.
you. This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience.
There you go.
Any use of this footage without the NFL's consent is
Prohibited.
illegal. Yeah, prohibited.
There you go.
Say thank you.
Thank you,
Mario.
You got that pretty good. I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah.
Got Broncos. No fans here. Patriot fan. I don't mind the Broncos. So
I mean, you live in Denver, you
I
might
live
as
in
well
Denver.
know.
I was born here, raised here.
Hold on.
I don't mind it.
How long did it take you to memorize that?
I've been working on it all day and I still f***ed it up.
Yep.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, not even
I was
joking.
like, man, how did he know that?
I pulled it up and I was like, well, it's because I always hear it before the games.
Yeah.
So let's start this. I'm going to start with you, Myron. What is the earliest memory you have of your Raiders?
The earliest?
Like, you're like, all right, this is my team.
Besides the losing.
Yeah, besides the losing and Al Davis. And
Earliest memory would be, I want to say, I'll probably say 2002. The Tuck Rule.
So you became a fan.
That wasn't 2002, though.
Wasn't it?
No.
So you became a fan when
What
they,
year was that?
That was 2001.
Yeah.
Okay, 2001. I was close.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you became a fan when they started going downhill?
Yeah. I remember
respect that.
I remember everybody freaking out about that. And,
Yeah.
well, I grew up, my dad, my brother, my older brother, they all liked the Raiders. I grew up in California.
Yeah, you're from Cali, right?
But my earliest memories, I remember everybody freaking out about it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't even know what's going on. I honestly didn't even know what's going on then until like 5 years ago. And then I researched it and I was like, oh shit.
And they were actually teammates in college.
I remember that game. I don't know if I was cutting your hair. Somebody's hair. We took the TV into the bathroom downstairs, and we were cheering for the Buccaneers so hard.
On the Super Bowl you're talking about?
The Super Bowl of 2002.
I remember it different. I think it was a different playoff game. But
was
yeah,
it?
that was
okay.
the true story when he was learning how to cut hair.
He's like, get in the bathroom.
We took the TV.
We took the TV.
I thought
We
it
were
was a
watching
Super Bowl,
it.
but
We were watching it. He was cutting my hair. He was learning. I was his.
I thought it was that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for you guys, what's your earliest memory? We'll start with you for the Denver Broncos. Like, what is one thing that just sticks in your mind? Like,
Yeah.
this is my team right here. This is.
I think
I'll never forget this memory.
for me was my mom's house. I think my stepdad was there, and he's a Raider fan. But we lost to the Jaguars, and I think
Remember
it
that
was
playoff?
90,
Yeah.
and we were like heavy favorites that game. Like it was a huge
The year
upset.
before we won the Super Bowl.
And I just remember like that's the first game I remember of the Broncos, and I remember I was like, I don't know if I was crying or I was sad, but I just remember being like super hurt that we lost.
Okay.
Yeah,
You, man?
Mark Brunel.
I think mine was before that. I think it's weird because no one really likes football in our family. Like our mom doesn't like football. No one else
We're all
really likes
first
football.
generation,
Yeah, we're all first generation.
But
Yeah.
Or one of our uncles really liked football. He was a big Bronco fan. But I remember being at my grandma's house. It was before we won the first 2 Super Bowls, but I remember watching a Packers game. At least I thought it was the Packers. I was still young. I don't remember, but we lost. And I just remember being in my grandma's room and I was like, damn. I was a little kid. I was like, we lost. But yeah, I mean, I can't tell you what year it is or what season or whenever it was, but I just remember Broncos losing again in the game and being in my grandma's room and just being like, damn.
Oh, snaps.
So-
okay. Like for me, like the first thought I think about Denver is like the old school Mile High Stadium.
Yeah.
Always. And that's the first thing that comes in my head because I remember as a child, I don't know if it's still there, but it's the Comcast building. It used to be right next to the
to it,
Mile
yeah,
High.
it's still there,
yeah. Yep.
And I remember we went to go pay, and then they took us on a tour of the Mile High.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I
Nice.
remember that.
Yeah.
Right now they have it like it's a remake, but it's a smaller version of it.
It's
but
like
it's
a
right
smaller
outside.
model
Yeah,
right
outside.
outside.
So
Like
it
right
looks
north of the
exactly
stadium.
like how it
Yeah.
is. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then I also remember, the big John Elway, Terrell Davis, and Shannon Sharp. Like those were, and McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Rod
That
Smith.
was like
Smith.
Rod
that
Smith.
was boom. Was it Three
No.
Amigos?
No, that's
That
way
was a little
that.
before our
That's
time.
Before
It was a
that.
little bit, but
Yeah.
and the Orange Crush. That's
Yeah. Mecklenburg.
see, like those orange jerseys. I like those orange jerseys.
Yeah.
Like these ones that are now, I don't like them at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think. You don't mind?
I don't know.
them, or-
I think we're due for a change. I don't know. I thought I've heard rumors that they might make some changes, but
all the jersey changes.
yeah.
What's that?
I
I
don't
like
know
the
when,
old
but-
navy one with the white pants. I like those ones.
That one
a
looked
lot.
cool, huh? Yeah. This jersey with the white pants.
Yeah, I always liked those ones. Those were. I mean, that's what I remember the Super Bowl. Jan Alloway doing a fucking
Well, you guys
helicopter
know-
against the Packers.
I think it's a stat that we've never won a Super Bowl unless we wore white jerseys.
Oh, for
The
real?
3 Super Bowls we won, I'm pretty sure we were
No,
wearing white
you won
jerseys.
against the Packers. You guys were wearing the blue jerseys.
I think so.
Okay, so then we never won in orange jerseys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you guys lost 5.
Yep.
Was it Dallas, the Giants,
Niners.
Washington,
And Niners.
and Niners,
Yeah.
and Seattle?
Yeah. and
You
Seattle.
guys were all wearing
In
orange.
Yep.
We've been to a lot of Super Bowls, which is pretty hard.
That's
Just-
crazy.
We lost
right?
a lot.
Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Imagine if
You
we
had a
would have
chance-
won a lot of those.
hey, you had a chance to win at the end of the season, so
Yeah.
win or lose, still a good thing to say.
Yeah,
And some of those teams, I mean, John Elway carried some of those teams too. Like they weren't,
they were good teams.
they weren't. I mean, they weren't bad teams, but they weren't like Super Bowl teams.
Yeah.
you would say.
Like imagine you have to go against Joe Montana. It's like
Jerry
what the
Rice.
hell?
Yeah.
Warren Moon, right?
Warren Moon. Yeah.
Was that the Redskins quarterback?
No, it was Doug Martin, I think. He's a black quarterback.
Yeah.
It's the first one, the first black quarterback to win a
Yep.
Super Bowl. It still stands.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I think he
no,
was. He was good.
Well, no, yeah, because he's full black. Like Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
he's half.
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes half.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yep.
nowadays, like my rule for quarterbacks, I'm going to say that.
He's going
but
to say it.
Oh, here we go.
your quarterback, you're a pocket passer. That's your first read. Is throwing the ball. Do not rely on your legs.
Hey, Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl like that.
But look at all it costs you. You won't last in the league for a long
that's true.
time if you're going to use your legs.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's hurt right now.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
No, Lamar Jackson's out because he hasn't got paid.
No,
That's what I did.
That's
I
what
did
he's
tell you.
doing.
yeah, we were talking. Yeah, we were saying that earlier.
Mm-hmm. Like who else? Dak Prescott. He got hurt from running too.
Yeah.
Who else? Teddy Bridgewater.
Robert
twice.
Griffin.
Yeah.
RG3.
I'm sorry, but they're
Yeah.
black quarterbacks. That's like no. Like Patrick Mahomes, I give him that. He looks
Hey,
for the
Steve
pass
Young
first.
Steve Young used to run all the time.
Josh Allen runs the power.
Josh Allen.
Josh
Steve
Allen,
Young.
but they look for the pass first.
No, but I'm saying they specifically run powers for
yeah,
Josh
power
Allen.
up the draw.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, but I mean, like he's just running as like a running back at that point. He's not sliding after those. He's trying to get every
What do you
yard he can
think,
get.
Myron?
I don't know who any of these people are,
I got a question for
but
you.
I agree.
Within like the drag community, is sports pretty big?
No,
They didn't
Just
even
genuine-
try.
even
Genuine
like
question.
even like in the LGBTQ plus.
No.
Like I think the closest to sports you'll get is like kickball and softball.
Nice.
But other than that,
Do they have any
like they'll have
leaks?
like Super Bowl parties.
Yeah.
Like they'll have a couple shows for the Super Bowl, but it's not like they talk about what's going on. They just have it playing in the background.
Yeah, they don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. Like they'll put their jerseys on
sure.
and stuff, but
Yeah.
But I do want to just to give Mario and Javi a little bit more credit. You guys have a background in sports.
Yeah.
I was going to see if you can kind of share that. You don't have to say like the school or whatever, but
Mario's definitely a lot more extensive than I am.
okay.
We played this guy. I knew I was gonna laugh, but we played a lot of. I think we played almost every sport growing up. And then we played a lot at the Boys and Girls Clubs, and then I played a little bit of baseball and basketball in high school, and that was it. But
I was the younger brother that would want to play with the older kids because he was playing. So they would let me practice with him, like with their team when I was still not old enough to play. But we played baseball our whole life. Baseball was first.
yeah, baseball.
He played football when he was younger. I didn't play until high school, well, until 8th grade. He played basketball at the Boys and Girls Club. He spent more time at the Boys and Girls Club than I did. But when I was there, I played baseball, football, and hockey.
We did hockey. It was like on the gym floor. Yeah,
But
we were pretty good too.
you know, once I got to high school, I went to a middle school that was kind of far, which is Hamilton, Alex.
I know it's not Hamler. Sorry.
But
And they're pretty good at
I
sports.
went to a middle school that was kind of far, and because of that, I wasn't really. It was hard for me to play. Like, you know, I couldn't stay after school. My bus would leave, or they had some buses take kids home, but I don't think it was buses that would take me all the way to where I was at. But once I got to high school, I was like, I know I want to play. Like, that's something I want to do. I didn't play football my first 2 years, but I played golf my freshman and sophomore year. But then I also played baseball and basketball. And then my junior year, I started playing football, and so I was playing golf and football at the same time. When I went to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I tried criminal justice. I did not like it. Then I just kind of looked in anything that has to do with sports and got a sports management background degree and a business management minor.
Nice.
And took me a while to get to where I am now, but, you know, got to put in your time sometimes and good things happen.
Yeah, and then we played in a lot of men's leagues, and
Yeah,
Alex was part of those teams. And
we play whenever
baseball,
we can.
whenever we can. And I always say we're going to play till we can't no more. You know,
Yeah.
even if it's just men leagues, you know,
We've-
it's something we enjoy.
We've played hurt.
I know
We've
you
gotten
guys
hurt.
play all the
Alex
time.
broke my leg.
You guys always. You
I
guys
didn't
always
break his leg. It got pushed into his leg. That snapped. We actually have a
But,
video of that
yeah, we
too.
do.
Well, when we went to when I was a quarterback and we went to the championship, and I got hurt right at the end of the game to go into the championship.
Yeah,
I kept trying to play, and I couldn't play. Like, I couldn't put any weight on my calf for a month.
yeah,
But I went in, I completed one pass, and after that, I was like, I can't do this.
yeah.
And
We
then,
still almost won too. We barely
yeah.
lost that game.
But yeah, we play all the time, bro. I mean, we were just last Saturday, we were playing till like 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll play whatever
I was-
sport,
I was
baseball,
out of
football,
shape.
basketball.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
We play golf. Me and Alex play golf all the time.
I know you guys invite me all the time, and I'm like,
I go.
I don't know how
when
you
I
guys
go,
do
bro.
it.
I do good for the first couple holes, and then I just
He's
kind
like-
of start drinking and playing music on the Bluetooth and just have a good time that way.
you had me at holes.
But yeah, man. I mean, I can't imagine any of us.
Yeah,
You know, how do you live life not being able to play?
yeah.
Like they said, we'll play until we can't.
I'm
We
a
can't
big
anymore.
big believer that sports, especially for kids, just it helps them with a lot of things and
It's a release.
release, confidence. My son plays competitive basketball, played a little bit of football, quarterback, some soccer. Pretty all well-rounded athlete.
Yeah, and it just like from my experience, like my nephew, he was a
yeah.
beast. Like, and then there's a certain age, man, where you have to make your own decisions for yourself. You could tell them many times it's either this way or it's going to be this way, and then they have to choose, man. And sometimes it doesn't go the way they want, man. It's hard, but that's life. A lot of kids out here. Even the professional athletes, like they were probably the best fucking player in that
Their
state,
school. Yep.
and they mess it up or they do something bad, and they just one mistake, man, it just costs everything for you.
Yeah, you got to make that right decision. My son plays for a team right now for basketball that, personally, it's not it, but we let him make that decision, and he has to write it out. So
And then for you, you're an athletic director, and I'm sure you see that at your school. Sometimes, you
all the
see
time. You just
great soccer players, or and you're like, damn, that kid is really good, but
it goes all over. It's kids make bad decisions, or some kids just choose not to come out. But yeah, there's a lot of good athletes. Talking to other ads, a lot of other ads, their school have kids who are really good, and for whatever reason they don't play.
Yeah.
But it takes sacrifice. You got to be willing to,
At any level, yeah.
You got to be willing to, if it's practice or friends, you got to be willing to make that choice of going to practice. A lot of kids, they want to have fun. They want to go do the things, and they want to just live their life, which is also not a bad thing. But like, if you want to get to that next level, you have to have those sacrifices. You have to be able to do what you need to do, and not everybody has it.
Yeah, I'm sure even professional players, they all say it too. And we all knew somebody too that they were just fucking studs, and they just for whatever reason they didn't want to go to practice or be told what to do, or
drugs were
drugs,
involved.
gangs, but that kid was just a beast,
Yeah, and I guarantee some of these players, man, they would have been like way better than some of the players in the NFL right now, or basketball or baseball or whatever. And it's just, it sucks to say it, but it sucks, No other way to say it. Like, you got all these opportunities. Like, for us, we're first generation. Like, I didn't have those opportunities when I was a child. My dad didn't put me in sports or anything, or I didn't know anything about baseball, basketball, or any of that. I had to learn that myself, or by looking at my cousins how to play that. Like, I didn't have that. Now these kids have everything. Like
trainers.
Let me get you brand new shoes. Let me get you gloves. Let me get you this.
Yeah.
And they don't appreciate it sometimes.
Well, it's funny because you think about baseball, all the money that goes into baseball, and then you got all these kids in Cuba and the Dominican Republic and training with, old gear, bottle caps, and
there's someone,
it's a commitment. Like,
there was a baseball player, a famous baseball player, and said that he didn't have a glove, and he made a glove, like he used cardboard.
It was Mariano Rivera.
Yeah,
the pitcher
he
for
had
the Yankees.
he had a cardboard box as kind of his glove.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's true though. Like, a lot of professional baseball teams have like their camps or like facilities in the Dominican and Cuba and Puerto Rico,
Venezuela,
and
Mexico,
and they find, just like soccer, they'll find kids, when they're like 10, 11, and they keep them in their system, and then when they're old enough, they'll put them up in there. So,
or even that story with Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, what was it? Like, his dad sold him, or was that Messi? Like,
I think that was Ronaldo.
That was Ronaldo.
Messi, I think, was in Barcelona's youth.
So when he was
his dad sold him, and then that's all he did was train.
Yep.
But yeah, like he even says nowadays is like where that stock with Coke. They put Coca-Cola bottles on top of the thing, and he's like, he moved them out and he put them like so they don't see him on the camera, and he's like, just
I think
drink
there's
water.
another interview with him too where he says like kids nowadays, and granted there's still a lot of kids who make it out, the hood or hard ways, but I think he says something like kids don't know struggle like we did, or they don't know that kind of thing,
Yeah, it's crazy. And I know you played football.
California has like the best players, man.
Yeah, to touch on that topic, I wish I would have had somebody like you guys to like introduce me to sports when I was younger. Because now that I'm growing, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have played, high school and middle school. But I played 1 year in middle school flag football.
Yeah.
I played 1 year in high school, and I did track and field for 1 year in high school, and then 1 year as a water boy.
Nice.
You a thrower?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Would you throw both?
discus and and shot put.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
Is
water
that the
boy,
one where you
man.
go like right here in the cheek?
No,
The shot
yeah,
put,
I was
the
already.
shot put is the heavy metal ball. You're not necessarily throwing it. You're kind of just pushing it.
Yeah,
And then the discus is the disc. That's
I've
just,
seen
use
that, but
like
I'm like,
your-
dang, that thing will like probably like break my shoulders.
no, that's why you. That's why you.
And then they like
put it-
spin, like they do a 360 or something, right?
he's like
The shot
big
put
ass
on the
body,
discus.
uses
On the
momentum.
discus, I think is when you spin on the shot put. You just take a couple
Oh,
steps.
okay.
I was trained to spin on shot put too.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not a big track guy, but I'm just from what I see at my school that
That's crazy, dude. I didn't know that.
And then I go to Turkey Bowl when Thanksgiving, and some dude breaks my knee, and then my career's over.
You would have went pro, huh? Yeah. Same here, bro.
What position did you play?
I was defensive end and defensive tackle. I used to hate being in offense. It wasn't fun to me.
You know that the Raiders had an openly gay football player, and he was pretty good.
Yeah.
And they cut him.
he.
Can't remember his
No,
name.
I
Nasir?
Yeah, they did.
Nasir or something.
Yeah, he was a
He's
white
pretty
boy.
good, yeah.
Yeah, And then you, what position did you play?
I don't even. I remember. I think I was around the ball a lot because I remember one time at practice when I played for the Pelhawks, I had a really bad headache and I was trying to run the ball and they just kept hitting me in the head, and I just kept crying. And then now I think about it, concussion.
It's
So,
like a
I don't know why I didn't get out.
That explains a lot right there.
Yeah. And then I remember too, and these are just things I will never forget. But when I played for the Boys and Girls Club, we played Owen, and there was this kid on the other team who was one of those like hitting you till the whistle got blown. And I'm like, bro, I don't even have the ball. Or like, and he just kept coming at me and coming at me and coming at me.
That happened to me too.
And I'm like, he was so annoying, but there's always players like that. You know? Yeah. And then when I did try football for a little bit in the summer in high school, I think it was like they put me at safety or corner or something, but I didn't do that very long.
Yeah. I just played inside linebacker. That was my spot. And I could read. I was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I was really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you were.
And you're Mario?
Oh man, so the first
Played everything.
Yeah, this guy, shout out to him. He played everything all the time.
The first year I played in 8th grade, I was overweight, so I played line, and I didn't like it because I had the same kind of story you. I think we were playing Betcher. I was playing Betcher, and we were getting killed, and same guy he's bigger than me, taller than me, and he just keeps hitting me, and I was just like just remember pulling myself up off the ground a lot.
Yeah.
On the Owen field because Owen was the only one that had a football
played
field.
Football games and some of the baseball games.
But when I went back my junior year, I lost a lot of weight, and that first year I went as a receiver because I thought I'd have a better opportunity to get more playing time as a receiver. But I played linebacker and receiver, and then they moved me halfway through the year to running back. And then my senior year, I went to a school that wasn't too good, and we didn't have a lot of players, so you guys said I played everything. I was starting running back, played some receiver. They moved me to corner that time, so I wouldn't have to take so many hits or get hit so much. I was a long snapper. I was a killman on pretty much everything. I was on kick return, kick out. I pretty much did everything. I think the only time I got a break was like if I got hit hard or I had a long play or like either chasing someone down or I had a long run myself, but. Remember a couple of times I got hit really hard and had to come out for a couple plays and gathered myself and went back in, but everything. Yeah. There was no other way to play unless all our kids, a lot of my teammates played like everywhere.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had that experience where you get blindsided and it looks horrible, like they come and just hit you and just knock you out, but it's a blindside, but it doesn't hurt? Because your body's just so relaxed. You
don't expect it. So what football player hasn't had that? I remember getting hit multiple times and either my face is in the ground or I'm looking straight up into the sky.
It feels cool to be honest, because everything is just like slow motion. You're like,
hey, I got hit so hard one time my whole body buckled.
Oh, dang.
I got hit by two, three guys running the ball and my whole body buckled, and it hurt. And I still to this day would rather get blindsided than get hit like that again.
I remember we were playing South when I was playing baseball at West, and I just remember, I swear this kid was like Cuban or something. He was huge, and I just remember he just ran me over at home, and I flew in the air. But like you said, I enjoy that stuff. I like the contact.
It's like a little adrenaline.
Yeah, it is, man.
Dude,
But he got in trouble. But
I had the same thing here in baseball, but it was against Montbello.
He took me out.
He the ball took me back inside a little bit, and he just ran. He just ran me over, and again he got in trouble for it. But I kind of just I think it's as a catcher it's a little bit tougher because you don't have as much equipment on.
Yeah.
And like your chest protector is nothing like shoulder pads and the helmet too. Like it's not as tight as a football helmet. But like, yeah, bro, I just remember getting up and I was just like, damn.
Did you guys ever see like stars, like little black spots like that?
Nah, the one time I think I got
a concussion in basketball. One time.
I had that.
We had a flag football tournament at lunch during high school, and I went for a ball in the air and I ran into Juan, Juan.
That guy's big.
And I think that's the only time where I actually think I like either lost consciousness for a little bit or like my head was so hard that I just kind of was like.
The only time I do remember seeing black dots like that is I was just playing pickleball at 24 Fitness when I was younger. I used to play all the time, and
I remember this.
I stole a rebound from this tall guy as he was coming down, and his elbow hit me right on the top of the head. So we won, and we were playing again, right? You won, and someone passed me the ball, and I just remember like trying to grab the ball, and I was like, oh shit. And then I started seeing like little dots, and I was like, something's not right. Like, let me get in my truck and try to get home. So
Which is not the right choice.
yeah. So I was at the 24 on 84th and Sheridan, I think. You know which one?
Yeah. Sort of
I made it all the way to about 44th and Sheridan.
I think it was around 44th
The
and Sheridan.
Arby's is at, and I had to pull over, man, and like half of my side went numb.
He
Jeez,
called
dude.
it. So he called an ambulance.
Yeah,
He got taken to the hospital.
And
They
then-
called us.
I don't remember nothing after that.
I don't remember,
We were,
but
like, throwing up
I
or
don't remember.
something.
I don't remember exactly what happened. But someone called us, and so we ended up going to the emergency room. But I don't know, because he was concussed, he couldn't tell him his name and stuff.
Damn, dude.
It was bad.
So yeah, no, it was bad. So like
I
we're
couldn't
trying
remember
we're
nothing.
trying to like we're here to see him, but they didn't get his name. So it took us a while to find him. But when we found him, he was throwing up.
Mara
and
said he
then-
heard me throwing up or something.
Yeah, like so we're walking through and I heard him because he throws up really loud. So we heard it, so we knew where to go. But so when we got there, they were just asking questions that you should know, like what's your address, what's your phone number, stuff like that, and he couldn't remember any of it.
That was scary.
But I don't think I've had anything like that bad. The
Yeah,
time
mine
I
was
got
11. I just remember I was going 1-on-1 on the Oklahomas, and boom, we collided. He felt it. I felt it. We both were like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, I think it was just helmet to helmet.
But I did have one though, and we were playing basketball here at Webster, where I got hit right in my forehead, and it was towards like the end, and we drove back to my dad's house, 'cause literally close, and my vision just started going super blurry.
It's scary, man.
And I started freaking out. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared because like it didn't come on right away. It came on later,
Yeah.
and I just remember like my vision's blurry, and I just remember calling people and like calling it to work, doing this, and I was like that night I went home just in the dark and just try to like relax and fall asleep. And the next day, vision's back, but my head was just hurting really bad. And yeah, that one is probably the scariest one I've had. But I think I've had maybe like 3 or 4 concussions over the years.
We probably had a shit ton. Like I got hit with the bat in my face,
Yeah.
like a metal bat straight up to the face. Boom.
Yeah. I've had it
Probably
too.
got
Where
my fucking because Marcos. I don't know if you think you were there when that happened, or was it Eric?
I don't remember, but I know the flag football tournament, someone like they spun me around and they pulled my shirt down, and someone was ready to kind of on the floor, and I tripped over him, and when I fell back,
Oh yeah.
my head snapped back and hit the turf.
Dude, I used to lay so many people out in that league.
Yeah.
Me and this guy together, nobody could stop us, bro.
No,
Nobody could stop
you
us.
just had those good. No,
We
bro.
just, like-
your hands are good.
Oh
we
my
just
God.
knew how to work together, bro. I can't explain it. Like it was crazy. And then like,
It's chemistry.
but yeah, with the whole like the physical part of it, like even with Johnny when he was playing for that sorry ass football team, I was like, just go down, like because he was getting sacked. I was like, bro, just go down. Like don't try to. break
That was
tackles.
the worst.
Just
offense.
go down.
Like
Yeah, dude.
everything was horrible because they were
The-
telling me
the
about
coach-
it, but I didn't see it
He,
until
he
like
was,
Well, the-
Johnny at one time
first-
called his own plays and
the
he
coach-
did better than the coach.
The coach who's like 60, maybe 70, and he's like, well, we're running the same
my
offense. He said, we're running the same offense that I ran in high school. I'm like, bro, everything's evolved. Like, you gotta, you
So
gotta, you
think
gotta.
about it. They would run a power or
It
a
was
full
a-
house, but they would have the quarterback and shotgun, and
Yeah.
then they would have 3 running backs behind him.
Yeah.
So it's 7 kids in the front versus 11. 11 versus a 7.
Yeah, they didn't spread it out. Nothing.
Well, and there was a couple of times, too, where they had the power, and they would hand it off to the middle running back.
A gap.
So the running, like, if they ran to the right, the running back all the way on the left was, like, out of the play.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything to do, and I'm like, give it to him, and then you run with 3 lead blockers at least, in
Yeah.
my mind. But, like,
I just told him go
he
down.
just would
every
stand
time.
up. He would just stand up and take 2 steps forward and stop. Like, he had nothing to do with the play. It made no sense.
So you have 4 kids that are completely free, like free to hit him. Like it was the
think
worst
it
offense,
kinda
offense I've ever seen.
It sucks because I think it ruined it for Johnny, and he's so talented at with the ball, but
So, other than football, do you watch any other sports?
Yeah.
Do you know anything? Like,
cheerleading.
you keep up with anything?
No, I'm no,
Is it drag queen in a sport?
I guess
no.
drag shows.
I see it more as a
Would it make
art.
okay.
Oh,
A hobby?
Yeah.
It's not competitive. Like I mean, I would.
I got into it because of the art aspect of it. Just the
but you would think
creativity.
they would be competitive. Like, no, bitch. I'm
Yeah, I mean, if
prettier.
I
Oh,
was
well,
dressing up, I'd be trying to kill all. The
Yeah,
other,
they have like competitions and stuff.
yeah.
They'd be like, "Fuck you."
I guess yeah. If you consider that a sport, yeah, I'm totally into that.
Have you ever watched? And I know we're getting off. We're supposed to talk about sports, but Doom Patrol. And then there's like a superhero. I don't know what she is, but she's like a computer, and she takes care of all the drags and stuff.
Oh, for real? No, I know
No?
the show you're talking about, but I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. There's like a whole third
still gotta
dimension
watch
of
it.
drag and LGBTs, and like she's like there to kind of like take care of them. It's kind of cool. It's pretty cool. I thought you would have seen that.
Oh,
You're talking about the DC show, right?
Yeah, Doom Patrol. It's on HBO Max. Yeah.
is it new or what?
Yeah, I can't remember this character, but she talks to you through like electronics. So, like you would talk to her, and she'll respond through a TV or a radio or your phone, like that.
Like Alexa,
But
how are you?
But she protects them through like this. She creates a whole other dimension for LGBT, and like one of the main characters is a drag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
She didn't
I'll have to
listen to
watch
me.
it now.
yeah, it's a dope show. Yeah,
Let's see. Alexa, how are you?
My Friday's been chock full of fun.
Good. All right.
yeah.
So, who's going to the Super Bowl?
That's the question.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's see. We'll ask that question. Let me see. Who do you guys think is going to win tomorrow? The matchups, and then we'll go to your question.
Okay.
That's what I was going to ask as well.
You
So
guys-
Saturday,
You got him?
yeah, is the Chargers
And Jags.
and the Jags.
I'm gonna go
That's
for the,
the
upset,
first
bro.
game,
I'm gonna
right?
Go for the
No,
Jags.
actually, it's Seattle and San Francisco. That's the first game.
Yeah. But the Jags are playing because they said that Trevor Lawrence has never lost a game on Saturday ever.
Oh, for real?
What?
Yeah.
Because you play
Sunshine.
college most of the time on Saturday.
So do you think it's going to be an upset?
I think the Niners will win, and I'm rooting for the Niners in NFC just because of all the Bronco ties. And then I'm gonna have the Jags pulling the upset.
So you said it's the Niners and
Seahawks
okay.
And then there's
well,
one more game.
Sunday.
I just don't remember what the.
I don't remember at the top of my head, but I'm going for the Niners. I think the Niners just,
Yeah,
sports.
they-
You just hit that right. You just get in the zone right at the right time, and I think they're there. I think the Jags will pull it off. Part of it is because I don't like the Chargers being a rival of the Broncos,
conference, yeah.
but I think it'll be a closer game from the first time they played when the Jags just kind of ran all over them.
Yeah.
I think it's the Bengals and Ravens.
So then we got Dolphins, Bills.
some
Thanks
chem-
for,
hey.
thanks for adjusting that, bro.
Hey, them two have some chemistry
I know,
together,
they got
bro.
some
Don't get
good
jealous.
chemistry.
Hey, man.
Okay, cool.
Buy me a couple drinks, bro.
So
Hey, I bought those.
There we go.
I was like, "What? I bought them." It's like,
Oh yeah, so Dolphins, Bills.
Okay,
Two
so-
was out.
two was up. Yeah, that guy should just quit.
Dude, I feel
like
bad, yeah.
he should not even play no more football. Just
I just don't know how you get concussed twice and then.
Well, the Dolphins dropped the ball, letting him play.
Well,
that
that's what I'm
next
saying, and then
week,
you miss it twice.
It was bad. I
You
don't know if
continue
you saw
letting him
that.
play it twice.
Like I think his career just
it's
done.
bad.
Like, stop no more, guy.
And then you got Giants, Vikings. I'm rooting for the Giants. Then Ravens, Bengals, and Lamar's not playing,
No,
so you can't, my boy Joe Shiesty.
and that's crazy. They played last week.
Yeah, that white boy smooth.
Joe
And then,
Burrow.
Monday night it's Cowboys and Buccaneers.
I like smooth white boys.
Joe Shiesty, man.
Oh my
He's a
god.
handsome guy, bro.
As much as I hate to say it, I think the Cowboys are gonna win. I just feel like the Bucks are just up and down more than the Cowboys are. And some of those picks that Dak threw weren't his fault. Just getting hit on the arm or like some tip balls.
Yeah.
But like I feel like the Cowboys are gonna win. I don't know how. We got to see what happens next week, but I think the Cowboys will win. Bengals obviously without Lamar Jackson. I don't think anyone will disagree with that. Same thing with the Bills and the Dolphins. I mean, you're
Imagine the Dolphins pull upset.
oh
It'd be
man,
crazy,
I mean,
man.
man.
Well, they're playing their third string quarterback.
yeah,
aren't
they're playing the third screen quarterback. So like at that point, I mean that might be the upset of the
they? Ever.
biggest ever. I mean,
Yeah, if it happens.
you know, he's a rookie. Yeah, I mean,
So
I'm gonna stick with my boy Tom.
yeah.
He's never lost against Dallas.
How do you
That's also
feel?
true.
How do you feel about his breakup? Were you hurt for him?
I was like,
Because
I wasn't hurt, but I was like, damn, my boy's sucking. Like, why is he sucking so bad? But I didn't know he was going
Find
through
out,
a divorce, like in the middle
don't
of
think
the
anybody knew
season,
for a
she
bro.
had a whole boyfriend already.
Yeah, I was like, shit. I'm like, poor guy. Like,
Can't
he
trust
didn't
these hoes.
had to deal with his wife filing divorce and everything. Everybody's talking shit to him on ESPN.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
were
like,
saying they don't
damn,
even
bro.
know. Yeah, we forget that they got personal lives too. you
Yeah, I
know?
was like, damn, this guy's like going and trying to perform at a high level. So,
Yeah.
and
So
then the following week is Kansas City and the Eagles had the first round bye, so the lowest seed always plays the highest seed.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, Kansas City is playing who?
the lowest seed, whoever
lowest
wins.
seed.
Oh, that's right. So they're the first team. My bad. Cool. I was just trying to think ahead.
So they're
So
going to play either
they-
Jacksonville or the Chargers.
Yeah.
They're the lowest seed.
Yeah.
If
Jacksonville's
they
not the,
play, they're going to play against each other. So
the
out
winner
of them
plays
two,
that. Okay.
yeah, because they're the lowest seed.
So how you feel about your boy Derek Carr? You sad?
Not really. I mean, he didn't win any Super Bowls for me, so
He didn't win one playoff game, man.
I mean, I feel bad for him though because
Yeah.
his
They kind of
teams.
used him as a scapegoat.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, if you look at the stats, like their defenses were never that good.
There was like 23rd or last.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah, but the Broncos, the year we lost to the Seahawks, we had no defense. We had just a stacked ass offense.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
Peyton.
you can't compare. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
I
think you
guess
can
that's
compare much offenses to the 2013
Yeah,
Broncos
that's
to,
true, never mind.
you know. But I mean, I feel like he's. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback, but
For real?
I don't know if like Oakland was the right. I mean, I guess I can't say.
Man,
Oakland
he gave
anymore.
his soul to that
Dude,
team, man.
I did.
yeah, that's true.
I did, and I even said at the beginning of the season because everybody was like, "Oh, Carr and Adams together," and I'm like, "Dude, the Raiders will do Raider things. Just wait for it."
Yeah, like
But, I
these are
mean-
the teams that like just you're going there and you're just going to destroy your career. It's gonna
Randy
be-
Moss?
It's going to be Oakland, the Browns.
I feel bad for the Browns.
yeah.
People go to the Browns, yeah.
And,
Or you get drafted by the Browns.
and the Jacksonville. I think that's most of the teams that you go
But
there.
the
you're
Jags,
just-
man, I feel like they're turning a corner, bro. I really do.
Well, now, yeah, but think about it. Those three
Yeah.
teams usually like you go there to die.
Yeah, it's true.
Isn't
But
that
I mean,
crazy?
I mean, Charles,
so my
you think
thought
about Charles Woodson, he had to leave the Raiders, go to the Packers, win a Super Bowl.
my,
and
my
then-
thought though was once they hired Josh McDaniels, I had a feeling something like this would happen.
Because he did that with Jay Cutler.
He did it
remember?
with Jay Cutler,
Yeah.
but he wants things his
His
way.
way,
He
yeah.
wants things. He wants to find a quarterback that fits his system rather than trying to work
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
quarterback he
Do you
has.
think it? But in this situation, I know he learned this first time here in Denver when you guys went 8-0 the first 8 games. You were 8-0,
6-0.
6-0.
6-0.
Yeah.
But your guys were happy. But now he learned his lesson from that. Do you think or Davis is actually in command? Like, no, you have to do this. You have to do this my way. Because he's like a Jerry Jones.
So I think when Josh McDaniels came here, he was given the keys to everything.
Yeah, yeah.
He was able, like he was like a GM. He was like basically in charge of everything. I think
And it got out somehow that Jay Cutler found out that he had
he didn't
made
want
some
him.
calls or
He didn't
about
want
trades.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Josh McDaniels moving forward, especially with Davis, like he's not going to let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when has the Raiders ever let a coach kind of pick and choose who they wanted?
Can I
It's
just
always
say,
come from the top.
can I
from
also
them,
just say that the Raiders owner is probably like the ugliest guy I've ever seen?
right? The mullet.
Oh, the
Jesus,
the
man.
bowl cut?
Hold on. Myron, do you agree with that?
no, yeah, I
I
agree.
mean, you got that much money, bro?
That's what
Like,
nightmares are made of.
But I mean, I don't think I think it's always trouble when a coach wants to be that much in charge. I mean, Hackett this year wanted to. Head coaches, very few can actually call plays and manage the game.
yeah.
He hurt himself with that right off the bat. But
Right
like,
in the beginning, yeah.
yeah, but
his
I
management.
mean, Josh McDaniels, as soon as he got hired, he traded for Stidham.
Yeah, it was
He traded for him because he was a backup in New England for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know his
So-
offense, so
I mean, like I said, I wasn't surprised. I mean, I didn't even know that he traded for him until he started. But I'm just saying, like, I could see something of that sort happening, and he kind of just did it the same too. I mean, like Derek Carr. Granted, like sometimes he didn't play the best, but he was an All-Pro quarterback at one point. The year they did go to the Super Bowl. I mean, the Super Bowl, the
I was
playoffs.
like, damn.
I was
Right.
like, wait, 2002, he was
The playoffs, like he got hurt, so like he didn't even have an opportunity to play into that one.
Oh,
And
another
they got
franchise-
robbed
yeah.
last year too.
Another
against
franchise-
Cincinnati. The touchdown.
I don't remember.
You don't know if you remember.
I just-
They would have won it, but they called it. He was out of bounds, but he wasn't.
Well, that's the
Oh,
way
I
the
don't even
cookie
care.
crumbles.
At the end of the day, as long as the Raiders lose,
I'm good with that.
Sorry,
yeah.
but I'm
So,
happy.
yeah. So, like, we hate the Raiders, we hate the Dodgers, and we hate the Lakers. Hate them.
There you go. Sorry, Myron.
It's all good.
And you agree with
They're
most
gonna-
of those minus the Raiders probably.
I don't. How I see it in the NFL, like wide rivals. Like I don't like the Jets. Like that's the main primary rival that we have.
Shouldn't hate anybody.
But I'm
All
just saying, I
those two-
dominated them.
all those
forever.
teams
I
suck.
like Miami's colors. Wait,
Oh, dude,
fucking
yes,
the
like
colors
them.
are nice.
They're my,
Yeah.
they're my
90s,
rivals, but I like them. They're
Yeah,
fucking
they're
sick,
nice,
bro.
And then the
all-
Chargers baby blue,
yeah,
that baby
yeah.
blue the Chargers wear, that's nice too.
Yeah.
And now I say like there's always going to be one stud player in every team, and I
Yeah.
give that player props. I'm like, damn, that guy knows what he's doing.
For
It's
sure.
like Renfro from the Raiders. Like I was like, damn, he knows what he's doing.
He had a
dude.
down year though, because I drafted
'Cause he
him for
was-
fantasy, and
he
I
was hurt. Right?
Yeah, I know, but even before then,
I
like,
mean, he's the reason they lost against the Cardinals.
But like he's
Yeah.
smart, like on defense or punt return, dude. Like he's smart.
Yeah,
Like
he
I was
is.
like, wow, what the hell? Like
that's
you
the
wouldn't
kind of
expect
those are
that,
the kind of white boys that
Yeah.
Bill Belichick likes.
and like it's true.
Yeah, tell me not.
But like
They're shifty.
big rivalry, like the first thing that comes to your mind is Raiders and Broncos,
Yeah,
Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Like those are the main ones.
yeah,
Like,
yep.
You guys don't have that because you dominated for almost 20 years.
but the Jets, it was always the
Yeah,
Jets
it's true.
because Bill Belichick
There's a couple
was a
years where
coach
Mark
for the Jets
Sanchez
for one day. He
gave you guys a
resigned,
hard time.
Went
Yeah.
to New England, and then Rex
Yeah.
Ryan. You know, he did give us
Bears, Packers. You can throw
Yeah,
there.
Bears Packers. That was always a big rival there.
I mean, it's not as big anymore.
No, because
but,
Aaron Rodgers is always.
He's like,
the
I
only
own
but I
one.
mean, like
Yeah.
back in the day, it was
Yeah.
still, yeah.
Dallas and the 49ers. That was a big rival.
Yeah, I think that's still a pretty big one.
Because that's who
The Niners
that's
and
who they
Raiders
beat
are
last
pretty-
year was the Niners beat the Cowboys last year in the playoffs.
The Niners and Raiders are a pretty big one
Yeah,
too.
'cause, you know, was it Jerry Rice and D Sanders? Like they're going at it all the
Yeah.
time. So, and they were teammates at one point as well.
Yeah.
So it was pretty crazy. Like, so now let's get to your Super Bowl prediction.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to the Super Bowl?
Oof. I'm gonna go with my boy Shiesty, the Bengals in the AFC,
Damn.
and then in the NFC he's gonna be the Niners.
Okay.
I'm going the Bills because they're gonna play for DeMar Hamlin.
That's true.
They're playing two kick returns in the same game. Like that shit's crazy. But then I think honestly I'm leaning towards the Niners. I mean I think it might be Niners Eagles in the. I don't even know how the bracket plays out, but
The
I think
NFC
those
Championship
I think those are the two better teams.
for the NFC.
because they're the first and the second. So yeah, they'll face
Yeah,
off in the
yeah,
NFC
so-
Championship.
Yeah. So yeah, I got those two.
What about you? Not the Raiders.
No, unfortunately not. I was gonna.
Fortunately.
I don't know really what's going on, but I was gonna choose just for drama Seahawks. Is there? Or,
Yeah, the Seahawks are-
Seahawks.
Yeah,
and,
they're-
the 49ers.
What?
Right? Isn't that what you
Well,
said?
no,
Is that what you said?
they're in the same division.
Oh,
so
okay.
they
No,
would-
Seahawks and what did you say?
I said the Bengals. Joe Shiesty.
Who's the other two? 40?
So there's the Bengals, the Bills, the Dolphins. Yeah.
Yeah, I think next time you got to give them like a little playbook, bro.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, mind
like-
you, I'm the one that watched the whole football game thinking it was a whole completely different team. So,
Oh yeah.
What happened?
We were watching the Raiders and the Rams game, but he was calling the Rams the Chargers the whole time.
Oh, the colors are pretty similar.
Both Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Bills as well, and then I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay, and I'm gonna say Tom Brady.
You got to take your
again.
you got to take your heart out of it, bro. You got to take your heart out of
Tom
it.
Brady's gonna own the Bills again.
Sports and stuff. I was watching a documentary. Mexico sends scouts to the U.S. now to scout Mexican American kids for soccer. Like it's a
really?
real thing, yeah. Like they'll come out to
Well,
the camps.
Joe was saying,
It's pretty cool.
or Joe and Oscar were telling me that the soccer in Mexico becoming really corrupt.
Yeah, it is.
Like they're making kids who want to try out pay a ton of money, even though they know that they're going to tell them no at the end.
Yeah. Well, some of our best players didn't
Damn.
even go to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was pretty interesting when I found it.
I mean, I think we still played decent outside of fucking playing to lose against Argentina. Like,
Argentinians are so racist.
how do you play five back? Like, just play your game, and if you lose
Just
playing your
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I never understand. Like, I understand making adjustments, but to change up your whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
it just never makes sense to me.
Yep.
Which was a Broncos problem too.
Yeah. You get real conservative towards the end.
Well, I mean, just at halftime, bro. I think in like 7 or 8 games, the other team has the ball either at the end of the first half or then the second half.
Oh, the defense at the end of the half, yeah.
And we play the prevent defense. The Bills, the Titans, we gave up a field goal. The Raiders, I think we gave up a field goal or a touchdown the first game.
Yeah.
The Ravens, we gave up a last second touchdown. Like, we just try to play prevent and we just let them march down the field and score.
Why though?
The whole game you're dominating.
Yeah.
It was 9-3.
Well, the Ravens.
It was 9-3 against the Ravens. The whole game you're dominating, and then at the end of the game they just take the ball down and score on us because we're trying to play this.
Well, they're playing quarter deeps.
I didn't get to watch
we
that
didn't
game.
get to
I
watch
was
that
at
game because we were at Gianni's game.
tournament. Yeah,
But that's just something I noticed throughout the season, and I just figured it was the same with the
I'm
Ravens.
sure they were. Yeah,
Because there was another game too we
That
missed.
thing would drive me crazy.
I'm just like, I get it if your team is not that good and you're winning, like you're just trying to prevent a big play. But like, our defense in those games were hard.
was
They,
like
they were just balling out, and then you just take them out of what they're doing good. And
it was like that. The Broncos 2015 defense, man. That defense was so hard.
oh yeah,
That defense was so stacked.
yeah,
That's what won us the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Peyton Manning even said it.
Oh, Peyton Manning wasn't doing good. He
I
was
mean,
just,
Barack
he was,
Obama
he was,
made-
he was coaching
Yeah,
the game,
Yeah.
which is smart, which a lot of quarterbacks don't have nowadays.
Yeah.
They don't
Well,
manage the game. That's
Barack Obama even made a joke. He said that McManus was our MVP that year.
yeah.
Fucking McManus.
That defense was stacked.
He's the only one left.
He is the only one
Yeah,
left.
that's true from the Super Bowl team.
He's the only one left.
You'll get
Crazy.
to experience that someday. Not hopefully though. Not soon.
He got what 6, and we got 3.
What?
You got to see your team win 6 Super Bowls. We got
Yeah.
to see our team win 3.
Yeah.
This was at the first Super Bowl at the trailers when Tom won against the Rams. No, the second one
The second
against
one.
the Eagles.
I was at my grandma's house when they beat the Rams. I remember that because I got sick that day.
I was at Garrett's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I have a question.
What's up,
I'm
bro?
interested to hear your favorite halftime show.
Oh, Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
I think they're kind of lame, bro. They always get like, I mean, they're A-list celebrities, but they always get like people who are not relevant anymore. So I think this last one was kind of cool to see, like, even though they're older, but just because I like the music, like Snoop Dogg, Dr.
Fat
Dre,
50
So-
50 Cent. But
I was like, what the hell is that?
they always get like, I'm trying to, what was it, J-Lo or Shakira one? I don't care to see them. Like, I don't really care for the halftime show. So
I mean, I'm the same. I can't really
Like-
think of one that stuck out.
Get
And
Bad
even last
Bunny.
year, last year's was cool because we all grew up listening to that music, and we
Yeah.
all. But like we were in Vegas, and we're in a bar. You can't really hear the rapping and the whole thing. Like you just kind of see it on the TV, but you
kind of had to
couldn't hear any
rewatch
of
it.
I think we went back and rewatched it. Like we
Yeah.
went back before we went out that night. We went back to the hotel room and rewatched it.
I'm assuming you like the halftime shows.
Yeah, I just like those kind of shows. They just
Yeah, for
get me,
sure.
They just
I
get me
like
pumped up.
who was the halftime show when we won the Super Bowl? I can't even tell you.
I
2015.
don't remember. It was at Levi Stadium, but I don't know who it was.
You didn't even show up to our party, huh?
No.
Hater.
I know.
No, we had a big ass
Yeah,
party.
it was pretty dope. We had a
It
big
was
old
here at
party.
your dad's house, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, and Joe and them were living there, but it was like we had like at least 50,
We had the back
60
room where the
people.
game room was at
yeah.
full.
We had
the
the
living room,
yeah.
and then I think we did some burnouts, and then we all went downtown, and it was fun.
See, because, I mean, a lot of people had that experience, but they don't remember the first one or the second one. Like, I remember.
I remember
We-
the parades from the Broncos, and even when the Avalanche won, when we were young. I remember going to the parades. It was pretty fun.
We were. I mean, I was
We were like
7.
9.
No, I was 6 when we won our first
Yeah,
one.
because I was yeah.
So I was 6 and 7 when we won our first 2. I mean, I remember. I mean, I remember them enough to like
I remember when
be
they
happy for it. But
this
I mean,
one's for John.
yeah,
I remember
or like
That still
the-
gets
the-
me
the
tears to this
yeah.
day, bro.
The John Elway's helicopter hit. Like, you know, I still remember it, but I mean, obviously, I remember the 2015 one way more than I did when I was 6 or 7. But we watched both Super Bowls. We watched the Super. I mean, I watched the second Super Bowl at my grandma's house, and the first Super Bowl with me, you, and Raul at the house. And I mean, I still remember them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them too. Like
Now we
the
just
trailer.
need the Nuggets have a good chance this year.
I hope so.
We're
man.
first in the
I just
West.
need-
We're number 1 in power rankings. We just got to stay healthy. And then
I mean, if in my lifetime I could see the Nuggets and the Rockies win one, I could say at least I saw my 4 teams win.
the Rockies, I don't know if that's going to happen, but
I don't.
Hey,
think
I mean, the Rockies have made it to a
They
championship.
made it.
we have. And
The Nuggets
if you
haven't.
consider how long baseball's been around, Rockies are still a young
But
team compared to
28 years.
Took
They
the
were 20
Cubs
years
100
old.
years. Took the
108 years.
108 years. The Red Sox, Curse of the Bambino. What was it? 100 years, close to that too.
Yeah.
For
I'm
the
saying the
Red
Rockies
Sox.
are a young team.
Yeah,
Hey,
they still
but-
are in
28
baseball.
years
Yeah.
or
But
No, I think it's been.
even though we lost,
it,
even
They were
though
93.
was it? Okay, yeah,
even though we lost
yeah.
that,
You're right.
even though that we lost that World Series, bro, everything leading up to that was fucking amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's what they called it.
I remember
October.
going to not going to sleep, but watching like right before I went to sleep, the Todd Allen hit that walk-off home run against the Dodgers when we went 23 for 23 games at the end of the season.
Yep.
I remember
October.
That was crazy.
I remember
Matt Holiday didn't even touch home base.
I remember watching that game, bro.
They can review that now.
We got down 2 runs, and I was like, we lost this. Like 14th inning. You know,
That was fun, man.
Who
It's
comes
crazy.
like that's a tough thing. 2-3 doubles back to back, and then the sacrifice fly. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was a senior in high school when that happened, so I remember Shane Hall, big baseball guy too. Like we couldn't watch the game, but we had it on TV. You can hear it, and I just remember hearing the Phillies series and just knowing like
Boston.
we're winning, but you can't see it. And then Diamondbacks beating the Diamondbacks, and then I mean, bro, if Cleveland would have beat the Red Sox in 5 games the way it should have been,
We
we would have played right after, and I think we could have won that.
Yeah, because they took a week break
Yeah.
or something. Huh?
Yeah, because we won and we swept, and then Cleveland was up 3-1, and they ended up losing to the Red Sox and
I swear, man. People were like, for me, baseball is my favorite sport, and just playing it too. There's a feeling about baseball that I can't explain.
Damn.
I'm serious, man.
Butterflies.
That's true. I never played baseball like that, but I did recreationally,
Yeah.
and I think it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say I enjoyed it more than playing football.
I
Yeah.
always say
think
that
I'd have that feeling like if I was like out east, like where the sunset comes down when you're out, like just like in a farm, like farm boys, when they play baseball out there.
Oh,
Not
that's
that-
like the field. It's they actually played every year now, based off the movie Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
I think that experience, like,
I think I'm
like,
talking
oh,
about more
God.
like the camaraderie. Like, I remember like, I guess with any sport, but like the bus rides home with my, my teammates, even if we lost or we won, like just laughing, having a good time. Like it was always nighttime,
Shit, I
like
wish-
we
I
all
wish-
stunk, because you always just stink. Like when I used to pick him up from football practice, his football pads, god damn.
I just don't know how you were able to laugh and have fun after a loss.
I mean, I guess I'm just thinking of the good times because
Because
like,
I mean,
we were
I
pretty
get
decent
it. I mean, I get it, but
freshman
like,
year at West.
I get it, but I mean, like, my coach. I mean, we did that one time, and we
Chain
we
Hall, or-
fucking ran the next day.
Oh, Chain Hall,
We
yeah,
got-
Chain Hall.
We got
He was a tough coach.
I mean, we didn't touch a basketball for like the first hour of practice. All we did was run
Suicides.
10 and 60 suicides. We did stairs.
Coach Aragon. We saw our coaches the other day at the Lincoln tournament.
Yeah.
He told me, he goes, when I coached you guys, he's all Javi was the kind of player I couldn't yell at, and I could yell at you all day. He told Mario. He was just talking about like you got to know your players,
why? Because you were attack him.
I don't know. I just
he was a
no.
quitter?
I was gonna take my coach.
Because he was a quitter.
No, I don't know. There's just different players, man. Like I quit
Some
basketball.
people shut down. Some people shut down when you yell at them. Some people get mad.
Yeah. When I quit basketball, I didn't know he was gonna be my baseball coach. So I show up to baseball, and then all you hear is, "You're gonna quit baseball too, sweetheart?" And he always does this,
Sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Yeah, he's a good coach though.
Cool.
Chain Hall too. Yeah.
And wait, so he was at West, and then he went to Thornton.
No.
No,
so
this was just at West.
Oh,
So this guy coached me in basketball for 4 years. Coached me in baseball, I think, for 2 or 3 years, and then he was my football. He was our defensive coordinator when I started playing football again.
And Coach Chain
You know,
Hall was
remember
the
little
varsity
Daniel?
coach.
yeah.
That's his dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
And
know
then
that.
Shane Hall was the head coach of everything. So like, head coach for softball, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah, he was tough, man. Even just as freshmen, he would like go check on our grades.
Yeah, I got sent out of class one time,
Yeah.
and so was me and another basketball player. We had a sub. We got sent out of class, and we're freshmen. At a bigger school, like you know who the varsity coach is, but you probably don't deal with him as much
Yeah.
because he's with varsity and so they practiced later. We practiced earlier and talked to Chain Hall once or twice before that, and we got sent out. And he came and pulled us out of class and wasn't mad or anything. He just kind of told us like, if you do this, it makes all of us look bad, especially me and all this and that. So like, he was always around even when he wasn't directly coaching you all the time.
Yeah, and like I told him the other day, that always sticks out to me with him. Same thing like Moro said, we didn't always have a lot of interaction with him as freshmen, but I guess I probably had a bad grade or something in the class with Miss Fliss, remember her? And I would catch for the varsity pitchers a lot, just during practice.
Some a bullpen.
Yeah, and he made me run victory laps, so that's with all your catcher's gear while you're holding the bat up.
above your head.
above your head, and he had me do 25. He didn't make me do the whole 25, but I don't even remember how high I got. But I was like, damn, man, like
No, yeah. So
yeah, I was like,
my
Jesus.
senior year for baseball, we were supposed to be really good. Things didn't go as planned. Kids didn't play. But we made a lot of mistakes, like mental mistakes, and he started keeping track of like who made a mental mistake, and you had to run a victory lap for all of it. And as a catcher, you had to run with your pads on.
Mm-hmm.
So like, granted, I didn't have a lot of mistakes, but I got a couple here and there, and running full pads, shin guards, chest protector, helmet.
That's the one thing
bat,
I always
like, no, you couldn't like so.
Oh, you had to just.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, like you couldn't bring if it couldn't let it sit on your head, you had to keep it above your head.
No, but I'm saying like you're wobbling because you have everything
Yeah.
going, right?
Yeah. That's the one thing I always tell Mario I regret. I wish I would have stayed at West because he would have been my backup catcher. We would have got to play probably together.
West didn't want me.
Yeah, that's
I
I might hear that.
Every time we talk about West, Alex brings this up.
Yeah, haters.
It's kind of like you and your broken leg with Alex.
Oh yeah. Well, it's crazy because
I was gonna win a championship for that school. They didn't want
he
me.
tried to go there, but all my other brothers, Sue and Eric, they all drove from everywhere just to go there.
Cause I ain't fucking scared to hit.
Once you get that first hit out, it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, because I would have played with you, Eric, Joel.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have played with Oscar though.
No, not with Oscar.
You would have played with us our senior year, and then Joe would have played with you your
1
senior
year.
year. Yeah, craziness.
What was high school like for you? Were you involved at all? Did you do any kind of clubs? Because I did a lot of different stuff. I think it's good, even if it's not sports, to try to be
I did
involved
too
somehow.
much. I mean, that's not true. I just did a lot too.
I think I would say I was.
Yeah.
I was in student government for 2 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think you did that too, then, huh?
What position did you hold?
My first year was public relations.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
And then my second year, I was vice president.
Oof.
Did you have to give us?
And me-
and
Sorry,
me-
calling you Mr. Vice
and
President.
me-
Presidente Fox.
And it's funny because I ran.
Uh-huh.
You're not supposed to do this, but I ran with like the president. So like it was like a dual campaign. So it's like either like both of us or none of us kind
Oh,
of thing.
okay, yeah.
So it was kind of cool because nobody has ever done that. Everybody just like runs individually. But I was like, I don't want to be vice president unless
Yeah.
my homie was president.
They were running.
And vice versa. What if you were president? Would you run for vice president? For you?
I think he would. I just wouldn't want to be president.
Damn. You'd be the big dog, though.
You could still run.
That's true. Now I think about it, I'm like, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But no, I saw myself more as a support.
I had that opportunity, but I didn't take it.
Yeah.
What, West?
Yeah, so we didn't have
Chain
presidents.
Hall did student council.
Yeah, so we didn't have president or vice president. We just had like head boy and head girl, and nobody wanted to be head boy. And Chain Hall came and asked me, and I was just kind of like, I'm good.
What the hell do you guys do there? Just obey and how to make the school better, or
You plan the events. You
prom
like
and all that?
so like, yeah, you do that, or you have ideas, to make the school better in different ways. But we, one of the things we did too. I think my senior year we had it's called House of Representatives, where they like took representatives of each grade, different clubs, different things to kind of like bring everyone together and just kind of talk about what it is like you do, or what we can do as a school to make the school better. That was cool. Even though I wasn't head boy, I kind of was head boy, even though I didn't take it. East High School actually, my senior year, planned this whole thing where they invited all the representatives from each school, DPS school, their student council representatives to come to East. They got us lunch. We just sat down and talked about different fundraising ideas, different things you can do. And you want to hear the funniest thing? I think it was Montballo. They said, well, we do this thing, and I forgot what they called it, but it was basically like you have a competition between two groups of kids, and they're like the winners will eat chicken and the losers will eat beans. And I was like,
Paisas and
Because that's all the school is.
well, no, but I mean, no, but like the
Mexicans.
losers ate the beans and the winners got to eat
Yeah.
the chicken. So I was like, that won't work at our school.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I mean, we grew up eating beans almost every
that's
single
shit,
day.
mom.
give me some beans.
So I was like,
with
we
the
got to
tortilla
find
and-
something else. But like
yeah.
me and the other two that went, we just kind of laughed at that idea because we're like, we would have to come up with something different.
racist.
I think, I think we all had pretty normal high school experiences, right? I think yours was a little, because you went
Alex
to a couple
probably had
schools,
the-
like, right?
I went to 2 different schools.
Oh no, I went to
Three?
3, yeah, 6.
because I went to
Northland?
Northland High School and then
With Roxana.
with my sister
Yeah, I
Roxana.
remember that.
And then I transferred.
I tried
she
to go there. I tried to
graduated.
go there with you guys when I moved up here.
Yeah, I transferred because I was hanging out with the wrong people. So I was like, I need to get out of here. So I transferred to Mountain Range. I was doing good there,
Yeah.
and then
Because you played football there with Joel.
I played football there, and then from there, that's when I wanted to go to West. And I got all. They told me yes. That's why I told Mountain Range.
Yeah.
Got all my papers, withdraw from the school
Yeah.
and everything. I had
Oh,
everything.
see, I didn't
down.
know that part. I didn't know
I
they
went all
told
the
you.
way to West, and then they're like, "No, we can't." And I was like, "What the hell? I just withdrew from my school."
Oh,
So
that's
then I
jacked
went
up,
back
yeah.
to Mountain Range, and they didn't want to accept me no more. So I had no school to go to. So then my sister drove through this street called Irma. That's where your dad used to live.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then there was a school for New America that enrolling kids.
It was newer at that time, huh? Yeah.
So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll just go there. I didn't know at
what
the
it-
time what kind of school
See,
it was.
I didn't
I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that story either. I thought you went to New America because you just needed to catch up
No,
on credits.
Yeah.
No. No.
Sounds like a dick, but that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Because Joel
Joel
struggled.
went there because he
Yeah, he
needed
was
to
struggling.
Get there. No, that was the only reason why I went there. But I didn't know what kind
okay.
of school it was. It was a school for
there's
sorry
a
to
name
use this
for 'em.
word, but
No, I wouldn't say just like catch up on credits.
Is it
for
alternative
whatever.
school?
I was
No,
gonna say
there's a,
something so messed up.
But I mean, you could say that, but I mean, there's other kids who have other
Yeah.
stuff going on that
And then
is a
I'm
lot more
like-
difficult.
yeah.
I was in class. I was like, all right, this seems odd, a little odd.
But that's
for
when
the
you ditched.
classes
But
and
that's
stuff.
when you ditched all the time, right?
I
Was
ditched a lot, but the reason I ditched is because the homework or whatever they gave was so easy.
No,
Like,
yeah,
I
it's-
finished
For you,
it. So
huh?
for me, I
It's
was like,
because
this is easy.
it's a credit recovery school, so like it's supposed to be fast. So if
Okay.
you
But
do
then
what
I
you're supposed to
finished it, but then I would look around and these kids were struggling
Yeah.
with this work, and I'm like, how? Like
Yeah.
this is easy. This is like a children's like elementary school work. Like that's how it was.
Yeah.
I felt dumb
This
being
guy's
in that
mean
school.
right here, bro.
Like seriously, I felt dumb being in that school.
Yeah. No, yeah, I didn't know that.
And I couldn't go back to Mountain Range until the semester was over. Then I transferred back.
Isn't it crazy? Like, you think being a student, like, it'd be pretty easy to get into schools, even public schools, but like,
but
it's kind of hard. Like,
It's like what the heck?
It's a process, and
Yeah.
it actually started today for DPS.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
And then my cousin went there because for Mountain Range, he started ditching that Mountain Range a lot. He just wouldn't go to school.
you know what's crazy is my dad. I always remember, like, for me when I ditched, it was like World War III. I always say that, like my parents. And then Joel and Oscar, they never got in trouble, bro. My dad just didn't care.
Dad came one time.
Oh, well, at least, yeah.
To the
It
Alabama.
felt like he didn't care.
He came one time to Alabama House and looked for Oscar because Oscar was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
Oh, pff,
Yeah.
yeah.
All the time.
and I was
I
like,
think I
I'm
started
not
in
going
fifth
to
grade.
graduate.
Fifth
from
grade?
this fucking school.
Jesus.
I ditched the most my sophomore year. I think sophomore year was the most fun. And then after that, it was like here and there. But sophomore year, definitely fourth, lunch, and fifth period is the ones that we ditched all the time.
Oh, really?
we had a Spanish teacher fourth period, so it was me and Dario, and then a bunch of our other friends who all spoke Spanish. There was a couple kids who didn't, and we got our work done right away. We all speak Spanish. It was easy for us, and teacher at the time told us directly what she said was, the natives can't answer the questions because we're going through it too quickly, and the other kids aren't learning. So after that, we kind of just started ditching all the time. We'd always go to the taco bar right there by King Supers,
Yeah.
and then Dario lived really close. We'd go from taco bar to Dario's house, stay there all through fifth period, and go back sixth period. And,
I just remember when I transferred to Thornton, I was like, I'll take Spanish. This will be easy. They're
they
like, we
used
have
it
Spanish
all.
for Spanish speakers. Dude, I barely passed with the D, man. I'm like, I don't know how to use accents or
Spanish
it was
class.
like
Yeah.
proper Spanish. And I'll never forget the teacher. Her name was Miss Ware. And there's some bad kids in that class, but that was a hard class, man. I thought it was going to be easy.
the proper Spanish was the hard thing. Because
Yeah.
I remember being in middle school taking Spanish, and the way we speak it,
Yeah.
like all the different
Parents are from ranchos, you know.
the proper words and the different things, and I was like, I don't know what any of this is. And then Mom and Ro would always be like, oh, this is what this means, and I was like, it was always different for me, at least from what I heard growing up.
Yep. And you, what about you? Like for school and stuff? Because you went to school out in Cali. I don't know if it was all,
Probably
Latino
100
Schools are
times-
outdoor there, huh? Like,
Yeah.
100
Yeah, we're
times,
talking-
100
we're
times
talking
bigger too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've always been. I was a troubled youth. So in 5th grade, I just told Javi right now. I started. You're talking about ditching. I started ditching when I was in 5th grade.
How?
It
There's
took-
elementary.
You
So
live across the street.
my parents would leave the house before me and my my sibs, and then they would leave because they're older than me. They would leave before me, and then one day I was like, "There's literally nobody here."
Yeah.
Like I would stay home,
Nice. Hell yeah.
and it took my school, the elementary school, 2 weeks to call my mom.
Oh, dang.
So I didn't go to school for 2 weeks doing that,
Damn.
and it would have
What
been,
would you do all day?
and it would just chill and would have kept. It would have been longer, but you know, as a child, you're not like, the school's not gonna call my parents.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you don't
don't
know
know.
that. So they finally called my mom, and she found out. I ditched throughout my middle school years. I ditched freshman year. That's why I got kicked out. I went to GW.
What part of Cali are you from?
San Bernardino. Like,
Oh, yeah,
well, I was
we're-
born in LA and then raised in like Fontana, Ontario.
Oh, yeah. We were in there the last time.
There's so many cities I don't remember.
It's crazy. And then,
Where'd you go?
we stayed in San Gabriel. I guess from what I understand, that's kind of where LA grew out of. It's like Koreatown in there now.
It's huge. LA is huge. So.
I just remember driving, and like every 3 blocks was a new city.
Yeah.
we're like,
Pasadena.
oh, there's that city, there's that city, there's that
Hawthorne,
city.
Window. Like I these are the names that I remember, but yeah.
Damn, what city is your brother in?
He's in Rialto.
Rialto.
Yeah, Rialto.
The first one we saw though, I think, was Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Cucamonga.
Yeah, I was thinking next Friday. You guys golfed out there, huh? Somewhere out by
I don't remember where we got, bro. We woke up first thing in the morning. We were golfing, so they had lights there. So we were golfing first thing in the morning when it was still dark.
Damn, why don't they?
But it was an executive course, so it was a lot of par 3s. It wasn't like a normal course. But like we got there, I think we played the first couple holes in the dark with lights. But I just remember it was far from where we were at, and because we had just came back from the Dodgers game the night before, so we just woke up super early, and I was just like falling asleep in the car on the way
Oh,
there.
you guys drove out there too, huh?
The first
Yeah.
time, yeah. Why'd you? So you're San Bernardino, then you moved to Colorado.
2002
Why'd you guys move out
or
here?
2001. My mom wanted to move out here.
Nice.
My parents were going through some things, so she just wanted to get away. But I mean, I've been here longer. I might as well be from here. I've lived here longer than I have in California. But
So after hearing that, you're like happy you moved out here, or would you have preferred to stay out there?
Honestly, I wouldn't care either way.
'Cause-
If I would have stayed out
Let
there,
me make your case for you. If you stayed out there, you wouldn't have met Alex.
that's true. And I'd probably
This podcast wouldn't exist.
I'd probably be dead in like 2 weeks because
shit.
California's sinking. It's gonna be under the ocean.
Oh,
in a
yeah, it's
couple
just
days.
raining nonstop.
But they need the water though. I mean, right? California needed water.
Oh yeah, I mean they need
All the
all
time.
Yeah.
They're not in drought. They're still gonna say we're still in drought. It's like
I know.
because there's like 2 big storms heading that way right now. Like
yeah.
it's raining. Like
Oh,
it's literally
tomorrow?
overflowing, dude.
Oh,
Like,
it's flooding.
Because our
yeah.
stepdad's out in San Jose.
is it hitting your brother? Are they getting flooded?
It's raining there pretty good. But
Is everything sea
I don't
level?
think-
Huh?
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed your time out there. Cause
I love LA.
I wanted
man.
to go back, but
I've always said, if I didn't have my son, like LA, dude, LA's a vibe, bro. Like people always hate on California, especially like conservative people, like California, but California's a vibe, bro. For me, LA's just besides the teams,
that's what I'm saying. That's
there's
why
just the feeling of when you're out there, and it's also cool to be. For me, like there's just so much brown people, like. I can't explain it. It's a vibe for me.
that's what I was saying. To answer your question, I wouldn't have cared either way. Because I like it out there and I like it out here. So
I've never been to California, so I've been actually close to San Diego, but I was only there for like 3 hours.
San Diego's really nice
and then
too.
I was out. That was it. Like
I mean, I've been to Cali
out.
twice. I was really young, so I don't remember it too well. And the second time is when we went out there, but I think we got in Thursday. We got in Friday morning.
The highway from Vegas to LA is the worst highway ever.
Yeah, we got in Friday morning and we came back first thing Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean, bro, that was like, I've drove in Juarez before,
This is worse.
and I felt like it was worse. Like it was crazy.
What
Like,
was worse?
the highway.
the highway from Vegas to LA?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't their
no,
highways
like literally,
massive, like
literally
7 lanes?
No, it was 2 lanes.
2 lanes.
and it's literally traffic from Vegas,
Yeah.
like across.
So
Is that
it
a
was-
3-hour drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can be a 6-hour drive.
Dude,
So
horrible.
it was
Yeah, it's gross.
It was 2 lanes unless you got like when you went by some cities it kind of got bigger, but 2 lanes and then semis are just cutting people off. They're just weaving in and out of traffic.
Dude,
Cars are weaving. We were driving. I was driving and we saw 2 cars. Like it just looked like they were racing, just weaving in and out. Everybody going down, and then
people going on
maybe
the
like
side,
20,
bro.
maybe like 20 minutes later, we got caught up in traffic. Like it got backed up. There's a truck in the median in the middle, on fire, and the family's like pulling their stuff out of their truck because they thought the whole truck was gonna catch on fire. And then once you get closer to LA, like it just turned into nonstop traffic for maybe like another 30, 40 minutes.
I don't know if I would be able to handle that. No.
Like, bro, I straight up was like, I don't want to drive here. It was his car, so I was like, you drive, bro.
Did you guys go like on a Thursday or Friday or something?
So we stayed.
Can't remember.
We left Wednesday night.
Yeah, there we go.
We got to Vegas.
We stayed a night in
Thursday
Vegas,
morning,
yeah.
or like Thursday afternoon. Stayed in Vegas one night, and then we left from Vegas Friday morning at like 12, and then got to LA later. That
I just want to say too that the Bronco fans travel well. Like there are Bronco fans everywhere.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
I just love that the
Vegas,
Raiders. I just
LA,
love that the
everywhere.
Raiders went to Vegas because every team they play just has fans of it.
Did you see how many Niner fans were at that game?
It looked like a home game.
It's crazy.
It looked like a home game.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. They moved like 3 times. It's like L.A., Oakland, and then Vegas.
was Oakland, LA.
L.A., Oakland, L.A., and
No, it was
Something
Oakland,
was-
LA, Oakland, then Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
see, it's like, damn.
Speaking of Vegas, did you hear that Universal Studios is doing a horror theme, like a horror theme? Not, I don't think it's gonna be as big as a theme park, but it's like a horror theme, like.
In
Like to
Vegas?
stay, like
Vegas.
to stay.
We should try to go.
Like it's gonna be an attraction.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
When's that gonna happen?
I'm not sure. I think they just announced it.
So they're gonna make a
We have this,
Universal
like-
Studios in
So
Vegas.
you know Universal Studios Horror Nights.
yeah,
like
the one you went to.
Yeah, something similar to that, but like year round in Vegas.
Oh, year round.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We're going with this motherfucker.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah.
We're going in February to watch.
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
we'll be there in February for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's like
I
a
think I'd be
tradition
there
now.
now because I'll have a set schedule now.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Only Talks. I want to give a big thanks to my boy Mario and my boy Javi. Thank you for coming on. Of course, you already know you're welcome back.
That's right, guys. Thank you for joining with us at Only Talks. Again, like Myron said, thank you, Javi. Thank you, Mario. Thank you for joining.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
P.S. The Raiders.
Thanks, guys. Next week, Only Talks.